Hey guys, welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary. You know, I always start my videos out by walking down the side of the vehicle, but it's not very often that I could almost bump my head into the side view mirror if I don't pay attention. Today, my friends at Hebert's Town & Country here in Shreveport, Louisiana have loaned me this gorgeous 2020 Ram 1500. It's the K2 Rocky Ridge package that you see here, and there are a lot of nice additions to this model, and I'm going to list them all on the screen. Feel free to pause the video. I would read them all off to you, but there's so many I don't want to miss anything. So feel free to pause the video while that information is there. And we're going to strap the GoPro on and do a true walk around it as a POV edition, just to give you a good close-up look at this truck. All right guys, let's start with a quick little walk around here just so you can see. The exterior color on this truck is Hydro Blue Pearl Coat, and as you can see, everything just pops on this beautiful sunny day here in Northwest Louisiana. Nice large exhaust pipes back there. In fact, before we go any further, let's give you an exhaust clip. For being a truck that has taller tires on it and a little more lift and everything, that's going to change the way the truck runs. But with that much horsepower, it's actually very, very quick to accelerate and get down the road. And in the interest of fair reporting, this truck has a 3:21 rear gear ratio. Now, one thing I really like here, this truck obviously has the 5.7 liter Hemi under the hood, 8-speed automatic transmission. I'll put all the numbers on the screen for you. As you take a look at the front end, you've got the headlights and the fog lights, everything you would need to make off-roading after dark very easy. But you know, people who buy these trucks are going to be gearheads, and the thing I like here is opening the hood is so simple. The hood latch is literally right here in the center. Now, I will give you some shots of this motor, and I'll tell you what, it's not hurting for horsepower like you heard earlier. And we'll go on a test drive here in just a little while and give you a good interior sound of what the exhaust sounds like. It's just, this truck is so much fun to drive. Let me close the hood here. Not quite tall enough to reach up from the front at 5'10". Of course, you do have the blinkers in the side view mirrors. All the safety features you could imagine here. I'll list those on the screen for you. Quite a bit. The Sport logo here on the bed, and of course you have the dampened tailgate. You see the rear view camera right there. Very easy to open, just drop it just like that. The spray-in bed liner. One of the very nice features, power rear sliding glass right there. And I'll tell you what, one of the things that I like here, let's see if I can get this to work. I hope you have a good view of it, is the bed step. There we go, well, almost. I'm not used to doing this, so there we go. Got the bed step out. Now, I like that because it makes it so much easier for me to hop up here into the bed and show you around a little bit. Of course, you have multiple tie-down points, but I like the fact that these right here, you notice this rail on both sides here on the driver and passenger side, or the left and right, however you want to look at it. You can actually move these around depending on what your situation is and what you need to do. So it's actually very, very nice. So you can actually move those wherever you want, depending on what your needs and situations are. And even though you can't see it, I don't have it on right now, those are lights on each side, LED lights to help light the bed at night. Of course, you've got the cab light as well. But I tell you what, having those lights right there just makes all the difference in the world. Let's make sure, I don't know if I'd get a good viral video or not if I fell out of this truck. Probably not a good thing to do. Let me step back here just a little bit. Of course, there are the wheels, those 22-inch. You've got the red brake calipers. I think those are actually covers, but I do like the way that just kind of pops out with those rims. Of course, you've got the nice large fender flares, and with a truck with a 6-inch lift that this truck has, having the step down there makes it so much easier to hop up here. You've got the grab handles, and I like the fact that unlike some trucks that I've looked at in the past, you've got a grab handle at every single door, including the driver's. Often there's not one there. So as you can see, I've got my water bottle here in the cup holder, and you have dual air conditioning vents back here. Of course, a little storage area right there. You can probably stick your phone in there maybe. Not sure what all would fit, but whatever you can get to fit, that would work. A power outlet right there, and I like the fact that it has the ground on it. So that gives you the option to run some power tools or whatever you might want to. Of course, USB ports and everything you would expect to find back here. Of course, fold down armrest and the cup holders there as well. Very comfortable interior and very, very spacious as well. And of course, you've got the door bins, plenty of storage, and nice materials throughout the interior here. We'll take a look here on the passenger side so you can just kind of see what's there. Again, the nice large door bins. I'll open the glove box, and I just love the fact that you've got the grab handle right there for the front driver and the passenger. And of course, you can see the interior here. Got the logo here. And just a very nice setup. A lot of storage. A little storage right there. Couldn't really fit a whole lot there, just some papers or something like that maybe, but plenty of storage there. And so let's walk around to the driver's side, and we'll hit the ignition and show you what it sounds like from the inside and go over some of the information here. Of course, you've got everything for controlling the headlights, the power parking brake, electric parking brake, I should say. And here is your adjustment for the steering wheel. So if you want to adjust that, you can adjust it telescopically. Everything's adjustable there. It's very nice, and just, I really like that. Grab handle for the driver. You know, and some of you might not have noticed that in the past, but I bet you will now. That's not something you see on every single vehicle. And of course, you've got the rotary gear shift, the dial here. But lots and lots of space. I mean, just so much storage space here, and kind of a dual compartment for your center console. I do like the fact that the center console is nice and wide, plenty of space to use and double it as an armrest, basically a multitasker, so to speak. And you also have the little safe down here. It's a lockable safe, so you can keep whatever belongings in there that you want to. I've got some of my things sitting there in that little storage area right there, the cup holders. Everything's nice and easy to use. Now, I haven't taken the plastic off of here. I don't want to do that, but everything is very easy to use, and I just accidentally turned that up. So let's turn that back down so I don't blow all of you away. I don't want to turn the climate off just yet, but everything here that you would expect, plenty of great features. And the infotainment screen here, as large as it is, there is a lot here, a lot of things you can go through. Of course, you've got settings where you can go through and just customize anything you want, pretty much. I'm not going to take a full time to go through all of that, but tell me in the comments if you would like for me to do a full tutorial on the infotainment system here in the Ram. Okay, guys, one thing I must say right off the bat here about driving this truck. I've driven other lifted trucks in the past, and they definitely do not have a smooth ride. But of course, these Ram trucks are known for being some of the absolute smoothest riding trucks in their class. And even with the lift and the larger knobby type tires, the off-road tires, does anybody say knobby tires anymore? Maybe I just dated myself on that, but anyway, I'll tell you what. The ride quality of this truck is impressive. And so is the sound from the exhaust. That exhaust note is awesome. And with the size of the tires and all the factors that go into that, you really don't feel the acceleration. You don't get planted in the seat. But when you look down at the speedometer, when you drop the hammer like I just did, you see how fast this truck really is. And it rides extremely well, like I said, and unlike what we've seen in the past, if you've been watching me regularly, when I was using my camera that was mounted on the tripod, it was rough. It made the ride look more rough than it really is. In every vehicle I've used it in, just because the tripod itself doesn't really have any stabilization built into it or anything like that. But with this situation with the GoPro, it's kind of the opposite of that, in that it's really smooth, but it's about as smooth as it looks. Let me put it that way. This truck rides extremely well. I can't say enough about that. The steering is good and responsive, but just because you don't need sports car-like steering when you're going off-roading with a vehicle. So the steering is not real tight necessarily, but it is nice and responsive. And we're gonna cruise up here through a pretty good corner here, nice little S-curve. And obviously I'm not gonna be going that fast because this truck does have a very high center of gravity, and I'm not used to the steering, so I'm definitely not gonna try and see how far we can go and see what kind of body roll it gets. I'm just gonna kind of take it easy through here, at least based on what I think we should do. But I'll tell you what, hey, there went something I probably need to review. In fact, that may be something I did review recently. That actually was a lot smoother than I was expecting, and some of that, again, probably has to do with my inexperience behind the wheel of this truck. And as you can see, we're sitting here at a light that's gonna be red for a while. I'm just kind of looking around, giving you a nice little view of the interior. Seats are ultra comfortable. Not a lot of bolstering, but that's not really something you need in a vehicle like this. But at the same time, I like the fact that even though this is a truck that is meant to go off-road and take you on some pretty serious terrain, if you want to get down the road in a quick manner and have the great exhaust note, it's just really kind of a nice balance of performance and the ability to pretty much go almost any place you want to, and yet have some very nice experience with acceleration. And I'm not really pushing the gas pedal very hard. Boy, does that exhaust note sound good. Everything's easy to get to. I do like the fact that everything is easily within reach of the driver. This is just a really nice truck. I have to tell you what, guys, I am very, very impressed. And I know we did the Black Widow a while back here on Vehicle Visionary, so this isn't my first experience with a truck like this. In fact, I've done a couple of others. And while, yeah, you kind of notice the bumps just a little bit, I'm still just absolutely amazed at how well this Ram rides. So I'll tell you what, I can't say enough about my friends at Bears Town & Country for loaning me this truck for the day. It has been a blast to drive. It wasn't that long ago that I put a poll up on the YouTube channel here on Vehicle Visionary in the discussion section and asked people what they wanted. And basically they said they wanted to see a little bit of everything, and that's what I'm trying to bring you. So tell me in the comments, do you want to see more trucks? Do you want to see more lifted trucks? What would you like to see, guys? Tell me in the comments and I will do my very best to make that happen for you. I appreciate my friends at Bears Town & Country for being kind enough to loan me this stunning truck for the day. It has been a lot of fun to spend time with it and drive it. And don't forget, guys, when my channel hits 25,000 subscribers, one of you is going to win a gift card from Amazon for $250. And we're going to bump that up every single time by another $250 every time we hit another milestone. So at 50,000 subscribers, only you can make that happen quickly. Somebody will get $500. Can you imagine what happens if we hit 1 million? I'm going to keep my word on that to you guys. Hold me to it, but help bring those numbers up. I appreciate all of you for watching today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.